Morning, welcome back to Kaohsiung. We are going on a little morning mission.
We are going to do a breakfast food tour of Kaohsiung.
Yeah.
We've only had breakfast outside of our apartment once so far.
Yeah, but that was more like a Western breakfast.
Western breakfast, like a brunch type of thing. We haven't really tried Taiwanese breakfast foods yet. Normally we just have some oatmeal at home. But today we're gonna head to a place pretty close from our home.
Try some traditional Taiwanese breakfast food. We did a lot of research, asked for some people, like for some recommendations. We have a whole list of things we want to try.
And we're gonna get there with our trusty bicycles from City Bike. It's short-term rental, which you can just rent at this little station right here. And it's super easy, really cheap. Nice way to get around while being socially distanced. So we're gonna drive over there to the breakfast place right now. Can I use the paddles?
Yes.
Am I doing it right?
Bye-bye. Kaohsiung is really a nice city just to bicycle around, and I mean there's so many parks and paths where you can go. When we rent a bicycle we just need to cross one big road and then we're like in this park, and that park then connects to the Lotus Pond, where there's a beautiful cycling route as well. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. Where else can you get these beautiful views while riding to your breakfast spot? There, we made it. It was just a 10-15 minute bike ride away. Really nice with Lotus Pond. Now it's just a 2-minute walk to our breakfast place. Really getting hungry now, so it's time to get there. Come on. We made it to Kaohsiung. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not. Kaohsiung is really one of the more famous breakfast spots here in Kaohsiung. They've got a whole list of things. Unfortunately, I cannot read anything, but fortunately, I came prepared, did some research, what they have and what they like. The typical breakfast food here, so we're going to try a lot of things. Good job.
The goodies have arrived.
We ordered ourselves a nice little breakfast feast here. But before we start,
Disinfecting the hands.
safety first, disinfecting the hands.
Keeping a socially acceptable distance. That is really easy here.
Yeah, really
There are
nice.
no tables at, well, within a range of 2-3 meters from us, so that's perfect.
That's really good indeed. So we ordered up a bunch of things here. These are all very typical Taiwanese breakfast foods. Shall we start off with the most typical one first?
Yes, we shall.
This one is youtiao. Youtiao. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Probably not.
It's basically fried bread, fried dough stick. It's pretty light. I mean, it looks like it's really big and heavy, but it's like very light and airy. You can really
You can hear it crackling.
hear the crunch on it. I think on the inside probably it will be a bit softer. You're supposed to dip it in some soy milk, which is hopefully what I ordered. This is something cold, which is like soy milk, and this is something warm, which
It looks like milk tea, hopefully.
I don't know. It looks very thick, so I have no idea what this is, but at least you can try this. Maybe I had to order like a bowl or something. That would have been easier, but hey, I just resorted to pointing. Time to try a piece. Just listen to this. Oh, maybe I should try it like this first. There's this crunchy, greasy texture to it. Yep. A little bit dry because normally you're supposed to dip it in the milk. I think this is soy milk, or I hope this is sweet soy milk. Yeah, this is good. This is good. The soy milk gives us like a lot of juice to it. Like if you bow down, like the juice comes out, and you have the greasiness and the crunchiness.
This is bao, a type of steamed bun. So it's basically a dough pocket. I'm not sure what's inside of these. This looks like a leek one, and that one is probably meat. So I'm gonna start off with the meat because presumably it's gonna be the best one. Now it's gonna be really fluffy probably. It's still pretty hot. They steam them here in these little baskets the same way they make dim sum. So you can see It has a pretty fluffy texture, but on the inside there's supposed to be some liquid, some broth type of liquid, so you have to be pretty careful when eating it, from biting down. It's like biting down on a balloon a little bit. I'm afraid it's gonna explode. Okay, so this first bite was just dough. First you bite through the outer layer, but now you see there's meat in the middle right here, and that is pretty gooey and pretty liquidy, and it looks like it's gonna be tasty now that I am down to the filling, not just the dough. That is pretty good. There's not as much liquid in there as I expected, but it has a really good flavor. I think it's some type of pork. And the inside you can see the pork is still very pinkish.
Oh yeah, that does look good. When I was doing some research, I read that a lot of people like to fill this up a little bit with soy sauce.
A little bit?
Yeah, just a few drops. And a few drops for the table as well, or just table decoration, you know. Cheers.
Second bun of the day. I think it's leek in here.
That was a very convincing.
Well, I'm very convinced because usually the meat ones, like I just said, are better than the other ones, like the vegetarian ones. But I'm not sure in this case. I mean, the meat one is good, but this one's really, really surprising. It's full of leek and scallions and some other stuff, it seems. Slight bit of onion in there, and just the teeniest bit of vermicelli, of rice noodles as well. It's a little bit salty. It's also a little bit sour. It has a very deep flavor. It really tastes like green, almost like the color green, which I realize probably sounds like it's not possible, but it really...
It does sound very weird. It tastes green. It tastes like the color green. Kim, are you high? This might be one of Taiwan's most iconic breakfast food. It's called Dan Bing. It's a breakfast crepe. It's a pancake basically with an egg on the inside. This is just a plain one, so it's just a pancake and egg. But you can order it with pretty much anything. You have bacon, you have pork floss, you can have some vegetables. Like pretty much anything can be put in between here. This is just a plain one. I'm gonna have a try. The texture, like on the outside, is slightly crunchy, but a little bit more rubbery on the inside. And then the egg is coated on the inside. I think it's pretty good. Like really nice way to eat an egg. And like if you can decide between pancakes and eggs in the morning, this is the perfect solution for you. Then another specialty item we have here is turnip cake. There's this white thing that's here. I don't think I've ever eaten this before in my life. It's a cake made out of turnip. It looks like a cake actually. I mean, that's a really good way to describe it. I'm gonna taste it, see what the flavor is like. I don't know, the texture is a little bit weird to me. It's not like a texture I'm used to. A gel-like structure, but when you bite down, it changes a little bit. There's not that much flavor, so I think you need to add some like soy sauce to it and some other stuff. Yeah.
You needed condiments.
Yeah, this is a lot better. I mean, we add a little bit of soy sauce and a little bit of chili. And it also changes the texture a little bit, makes it a little bit more juicy with the soy sauce. Yeah.
Last item of the day is this little mystery snack that appears to be broken on the bottom. It does look good, so I'm gonna flip it.
I think it's a pot sticker.
A pot sticker filled with, well, some sort of omelet it would seem, and I think these are some pickled vegetables. Seems to have been crustified because it's pretty crusty. Now it's a little bit mushy as well, probably because the vegetables have been soaking the bread a little bit, but gonna give it a go. It's definitely pickled. It's really good actually. The omelet is super silky. It's spicy. A little bit?
Yeah, I think the lady said it's spicy.
I like it. Really good. Yeah, now it starts to get pretty spicy.
It was like there was a small little image of it. I just pointed at it, and then the lady was like, so I think she meant spicy, but looks like it's spicy.
Luckily, I have the perfect solution for that, or at least so I think. 5 thought it was milk tea, but indeed it's pretty hot. I thought we were gonna get like iced milk tea. Obviously not, but gonna try it. Please don't let this be spicy. Warm milk tea? This is not tea at all. If you will make a very sweet oatmeal, that's more like a drink, and brown instead of white, that is what this is. If anyone watching this video knows what this would likely be, see, it's quite thick actually.
Time to enjoy that little breakfast here. A little is quite a lot actually. Oh, that was a pretty good breakfast. Really loved it. Some really surprising good things.
We finished almost everything except for the mystery brown liquid and for the second cup of soy milk, which we took with us.
Yeah, we're gonna take that with us.
So right off our breakfast spot, there is a small local market which I think ends at noon. Because it was a bit of a late breakfast that we had and they're already starting to clean up a little bit. So we're just gonna walk across the market here. They have mostly vegetables, things like that. So we are almost at our home. We're at the lotus ponds, cycling back home. And this is actually really interesting because we were here a few days ago. We made a video about that, exploring the lotus pond, the little park around here as well. And then the lotuses weren't blooming yet. There was like this big green field of lotus, well, without the flowers. And now you can see all these beautiful, very bright pink flowers on the water. And we're gonna cycle back home now. We hope you enjoyed.
That's home.
That's home. Well, not the pagoda, but we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and make sure to hit the subscribe button to follow the rest of our time in Taiwan, which will probably be a while longer. And we hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye!